Hey y'all, it's Anna V, and you, my friend, are listening to the All American Wing Shooting Podcast. I am a hunter, conservationist, mom of 2 girls I have raised in the outdoors, and a proud owner of a truck full of dogs. My passion is guiding you to confidence, sharing in tradition, and celebrating the true meaning of success in the field. Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of All American Wing Shooting Podcast. I have Natalie Fox on with Fowl Habits all the way out in Torrington, Wyoming. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Well, I've been itching to get back on the screen with you and record another episode because we made a plan. We're recording for somebody else on Tuesday for the Fowl Lives Outfitter series. And we just had some realizations as females in the industry and the things that we're doing. So to catch you up, Natalie is one of a kind. Why don't you just tell everybody what you do? And then we're going to get into the truths that we came in to on Tuesday and all like the snowball effect it has caused in my life. And I'm going to try not to cry.
Well, keep it short and sweet and to the point. We are a custom waterfowl and big game processor. And all the hunters that come out waterfowl hunting in our area during season bring their birds to me. I can either pluck them, breast them, or we do the processing side where you can have it turned into summer sausage, jerky, all sorts of tasty snacks, and then it gets shipped directly to your doorstep.
Well, you are a magician with waterfowl. Totally. I mean, this weekend, I put it on the list to eat my pastrami. I'm so excited about it.
It'll be
and I'll be chowing down on goose pastrami. I don't know. Is it duck? I didn't even look. What is it? Do you know what it is?
I'm pretty sure it's goose.
You know, I love goose, everything. I talk about it all the time. Like, we could literally live off goose tacos in this house.
It's some good stuff. People give it a bad rep, but it's honestly a very nutrient dense and high protein type of animal, and it can give you some good stuff if you make it right.
Yeah. So I should do a post about my little goose recipe. We'll do that in the future. Okay. So the nitty gritty of what we were talking about, because we can get lost on outdoor cooking and wild game and stuff. But for women in the industry, I am telling you, since I started Women of Wing Shooting, and it has just gravitated powerhouse ladies just like you that has their own little niche. We get lost in our little bubble, and we're finally all starting to kind of connect, right? Because we're all scattered about the country, and especially during season, we all get so busy with our own things. It's like, it feels like you're the only one there most of the time, and you don't realize that you had this whole support system out there that just hasn't been brought together. And that was the whole motive behind Women of Wing Shooting. It's like, how do I serve women where they are?
Yeah.
How do I serve you where you are? Because you have these big goals of like franchising this, which we talk about. And I'm like, you should, but how are you going to find other ladies that could walk into instant success if they are in the right location with the right demand using your system?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like, I just kind of felt like maybe I should just bring everybody together. I've got all my friends all scattered about and I miss them. And I'm like, I just want to stay in touch with everybody all the time.
Yeah. It makes
So
it different.
Okay. We talked about thrown into birds. I don't remember. Do you remember what that meant? I know how I got thrown into birds. How did you get thrown into birds?
I got thrown into birds through my husband.
I got thrown into birds because I got a dog.
What's that?
I got thrown into birds because I got a dog.
Because you've had
I picked a cute dog that loved birds. I didn't know anything about it. And then I was like, I have to learn birds or this dog's going to make me crazy.
Yep. Oh, man. No, dogs are, I can't even tell you. It's like they have a switch. They can go from being a house pet to just a complete psycho in 2 seconds once you get them out in the field.
Genetics do, yeah. Yeah, we stick out the bird bad, for sure. But, okay, so your husband just threw you into the bird hunting. Did you relocate?
No, he actually came to my hometown and worked for an outfitter for a while here. And then we met and got together, and he stayed here because we're in one of the biggest migration corridors for waterfowl. So a lot of people talk about the iconic North Platte River. And we're right here, just right here on this flyway here, the Central Flyway. And we hold so many birds. It is unbelievable. Even within like a 100-mile stretch of river, it is unbelievable peak season how many ducks and geese are here. It truly is something spectacular to witness.
Okay, I'm ready to sign up. Like that with all the sales pitch I needed. Not to mention that you're going to be packaging everything. So that's amazing. Well, okay, so, and that's just so many stories of women, right? Either they met a man or they got a dog.
Yep.
100% of the stories that I hear. And most of the time I would say people got a dog first. And another cool fact, I don't know if we have this in common too, is there's a lot of horse ladies that get out of horses and get into bird dogs. Is that your story too? Okay. It's like, oh, we can get the same kind of high, the same kind of challenge with a lot less responsibility, and the bills are actually less. Believe it or not.
100%.
I love it. I love it so much. I was like, when my oldest daughter finally graduated high school, she decided she wasn't riding in college. I looked at Tater and I said, you can have as many dogs as you want as long as we never have to have another horse.
Oh my God. They are so expensive.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, so if you're catching on to this, you need to join us at Women of Wing Shooting because there are so many ladies out there just like us. And they're so much fun. They're scattered about, and you're going to instantly make so many hunting buddies. Do whatever kind of hunting you want to do. Because there's so much overlap. Like, of course, I focus on wing shooting because that's my first love. That's all I care about doing. And I've always said there's no way I'm sitting in a dog stand and wasting a weekend of my dog's life, or sitting in a deer stand wasting a weekend of my dog's life. But I don't know, like maybe I would venture out and try some new things as long as, you know, my dog could tag along and be at the lodge waiting on me when I get back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but to talk about what happened this week since we podcasted on Tuesday, I mean, especially the podcast that I just got off of, but yesterday I was with Ray Lynn at Wild Acre Kennels. I wasn't with her, but she came on All American Wing Shooting podcast, and same story. She was a big game hunter in Michigan, fell in love with Andrew. Andrew's a dog trainer. She has to move to Minnesota, and now she has like all this vet tech background, and she's like a puppy queen. And they literally sell puppies all over the country. And so we just talked about that and how she's kind of developing her own identity within the kennel, and she's venturing out, and she's like, we've never done this before, but I want to conquer field trials. And I'm like, go get it. Go get it. Like, it's so hard, but I'll cheer you on. Like, I'm not going down that road. But it was just super cool. And then I literally just ended a podcast that we're going to have to revisit next week with Morgan Gifford. Now, Morgan Gifford is only 13. And she and I connected because her mom emailed me off my website years ago when Morgan was like 9. And they wanted to get into hunting and shooting with her dad and her brother. So her mom just reached out and said, hey, like, we don't know what we're doing. Help us feel comfortable going with them. I get that. Like, that's a similar weekly story that I get through email or Instagram messaging. I just gave them the basics. Make sure you feel comfortable with your shotgun, you know, like try to get some good gun fit, make sure you're comfortable with your clothes. You know, you don't have to have the top of the line stuff to be successful. And don't feel that pressure, right? Well, over the years, we've just all stayed in touch, and I've never met them in person. They're in Virginia. And at the age of 11, Morgan picked up a shotgun in October. I think it was October 2022. That same month, she found out she had pancreatic cancer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, at 11 years old. I'll never forget, like, I don't remember if it was her mom or her dad that sent me the message. And I was like, oh, you know, it's like this little kid that I've mentored, even though I've never met. I feel like I know her. I feel like I'm part of her hunting journey. She's almost the same age as Hallie Joe. And that kid is such a rock star. Like, I can't even put it into words. So by March, Here she has been diagnosed with cancer. She's had surgery. She's like in and out of the hospital, the whole 9 yards. March, she joins a 4-H shooting team. It was like 4 months later. No, that would have been like later. Yeah. 6 months later, she joins that. And then the end of that year, she joins an SCTP team. And I was involved with SCTP when I was doing a lot of instruction. And so that was like near and dear to my heart. And lo and behold, that kid shoots all the time. Like weekly updates I get from her parents or her. Like if she just has a terrible tournament or whatever, she has a bad day, she's texting me like griping like any little kid would, you know, and I'm like, well, hold on. You've got to look at the big picture. You are amazing and you are conquering great things. But of course, her standards are so high. And so it was just working through those things and her organizing the timeline of what she'd experienced and stuff. And I'm like, you and I focus on mom things or adult things. And I'm like, this kid has conquered more than we'll ever face, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
At 13.
Absolutely. Well, and what it sounds like is she used that as a way like to motivate herself and push herself forward through that illness, which is really neat that she was able to take that, apply it to her life, and then, you know, conquer each step with using that influence on her life. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And she goes through so much ridicule at school with kids teasing her about being a shooter, not playing sports, or, you know, she's so young. She doesn't always have the respect at the clay course from the older men. Even to the point that her dad told me today, which we didn't get into it deep, but we will next week, about how both of her grandpas don't think that she should be shooting clays like that because she's a girl. And I'm like, I don't know that life. My grandmother literally shot her last buck at 83 years old. I sat in the stand with her. You know, I don't know what it's like to not have the support of people around you, even if they don't do it, even if they don't understand how hard it is. I still am surrounded by supportive people. My story of picking up a shotgun is like, if I had not found my shooting instructor, I don't know where I would be right now. Like, I faced a hard time in life the same time that the shotgun came into my hands, and I always said, like, picking up a shotgun gave me a life. It like unveiled my purpose and all the things. And so it's like this week since we talked, you started this whole snowball effect. All these things come, and it's been amazing. Like, I've just had this most amazing week.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is. You've gone through the same kind of adult surprises in life that come with hurdles, you know?
Absolutely. And, you know, I feel for that little girl because it is a tough industry to be in if you are a woman. And I think it just depends on your location too. And like you said, the people that you have surrounding you. But a lot of times they don't think that you belong in what they consider to be a man's world or a man's sport. But, you know, kudos to her. She's proven them wrong and she's kicking butt. And that's all you can do. Just enjoy it and do your thing and show them that you can't stop yourself from doing what you love just because some other people don't agree with you.
I know. And you gave me such a message of gratitude and just real humility on Tuesday. And I was like, this is why I do all of this. I get to meet the most amazing people that are making our industry go round. And that was why I started the podcast. There's a lot of famous people out there that get the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
People behind the scenes that really make the industry go. And those are the people that really open the doors for me. And it was like, I want them to have a platform to tell their story. So it's like, I don't know how this works, but I'm just going to get on here and I'm just going to have all of my friends that are super important people in the industry that make things happen, even though nobody probably knows their name.
Yep.
And I want other people that haven't found that to realize, like, you don't have to be a superstar. You don't have to have 100,000 followers to make an impact.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the truth. Like, you said it perfectly. I can't really even put it into better words than that, but it's just a well-oiled machine. You know, you see all of the things on the outside. Some people, like you said, get the limelight, but the real people that put their, get their hands dirty, like they have such interesting, cool stories that it'll blow you away half the time. And you don't even know that they were a part of it. Like bringing up some type of, either ammunition or, a mechanism for a shotgun or something like that. You never hear anything about that. You just hear about the name brand. So reaching out to all these people and getting their backstories, it's a wonderful idea. You get more into the bones of things than just the outside.
You might should have a live cam in your shop with all the people that come in there.
We've thought about it. People might think we're a little goofy.
Yeah, but all the people that come through that area, because it's such a hot spot and a big demand for hunting. I mean, you attract all types of people.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We've had, MLB, what is it? Some MLB players that have won, just countless awards. So, I mean, we've had Chad come in. I mean, we started a deal on our wall where I'm having everybody sign their signatures up there. And to see some of the names, it's like, man, did I really have somebody that won the World Series twice come into my shop?
You're doing a picture wall, a Polaroid, and putting pictures up there with you every time people come in there.
We actually started that last year too. I was a little bit late to the ball game, but we started doing that too. We got Polaroids of all the groups that are coming in, and then each year we'll stick it right by their signatures and stuff. And it's really funny because a lot of the people down south, I don't know a whole lot about sports, but people will put like Roll Tide, and then somebody will come in and be, "Oh, but
country over here." So what you see down here is religion, yeah, as to what family you can get married into. But that's something that if you're not from here, if you haven't experienced it, you can't relate to how deep that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's a very unique situation because you get people in there that are worth like $320 million. Like that's just their net worth. And you're standing there like, I am just here in my little bird cleaning shop.
And all I want to do is come back next year and shoot more birds so that you can fix them up.
I mean, you feel like a little speck on the earth, but when it comes down to it, we're all people. And a lot of them are super genuine and just really nice. And you can't give up on humanity quite yet.
Isn't that the truth? And I love that about our world. And having this women's group, I'm telling you, it is just in the last few weeks, it's hit me so hard. Like I had the dream before COVID, and I'd started kind of plucking away at it, and then COVID changed the trajectory of everything that I was doing, and I loved it. I loved the hardcore lifestyle that I was in because this is a bit slower. The challenges are very different. I'm not one that just wants to sit back and make content all the time. Like, that's not me, but that's what women need because that's what fuels their life, right? Like I've got to be able to reach them and share the message. Yep. So different. Like you would probably rather be in the field doing all the hunting, but instead you've got you and your girl gang and the processing, business where you guys are having to work around the clock to keep the hunters happy. And so it changed everything about when you find your place. But, like I was talking to Morgan and she said, this is when it hurt. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just so heavy about it. But I was like, what keeps you going? And she said her school taught her Philippians 4:13. No, I just went blank. And this is like such a standard verse. Oh my gosh. I'm going to butcher it because I can only think of half of it. I'm going to pull it up. But I was like, first of all, you just said that your school taught you a Bible verse. Oh my gosh. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And she's like, I just tell myself that every single day. And if I have a hard time, I just say that. And then I just go do it. And I'm like, wow, like the faith that you have, and you're just so bold in it, and your belief in yourself and the fact that you just can overcome all those things. It's like you find the joy in life where you're supposed to be, even when you don't think that's what you want.
Absolutely. She sounds like an old soul stuck in a young little girl's body.
Then I'm telling you what, like, it means so much because you do the same thing because of your dream. You don't recognize yourself for this, but you've opened up opportunity for other women to do hard things and love their life and live outside the box of just standard, like, women expectation, right? Like,
Absolutely.
you have women that work for you, which you call the girl gang, and I love it.
No, it's tough because I've definitely had people tell both me and my husband to go get a real job. And it takes you aback because what we do, yeah, it's a form of income for us. But we just strive to help people connect with nature and to utilize all of these opportunities just to be happy and make memories and to want to come back out and get in the outdoors and just enjoy the process from the minute that you're starting to think about coming out and doing a hunt or whatever to getting home and being like, man, that was fun. Let's go do that again. Like, exactly, they're the same people, or let's bring more people. Like,
Yeah, I bet what you hear when people pick up, or I guess people aren't necessarily picking things up because you do a lot of shipping because of your schedule, because you're so popular. But I bet that's what people say is like, as soon as they drop things off, like, I can't wait to get back here.
yeah, it's really neat. I mean, the countless experiences that we have a group of guys that comes out every year, and their grandmother for each Christmas gives them $2 bills. And she says, I want you to spend this on something important. And every year those guys tip in their $2 bills. And they're like, this is what's important to us. We love coming out here. It's family time. We get to sit in the pit, and then we get to come back and just reminisce on everything. Like, this is really just something that touches our heart. And she told us to spend it on something that would do that. And so here it is. And so to hear all of these stories of, what an impact we're making on these people's lives, it is so much more than just a job. You can't even begin to explain it. It's just a lifestyle. And it's indescribable, to be quite honest.
So not only are you and your husband living it, but you're raising a baby in it.
Yes. She is 13 months, and she knows exactly what a duck is. And I hope this year she's dragging it around the bird barn, bringing me the mallards out of the pile we're working on.
I love it. I should ship Tater to you because I have a video of her from about 4 years ago, and she says she's out in the field, and she's was when Instagram was doing a lot of trending about guests, like just asking for interaction, right, with your post. Yeah. And she was like, well, I'm out here running my dog Dolly, and just want y'all to comment below and guess if I like shooting birds or cleaning birds better. And she did the whole, like, if people guessed or whatever, like the next week she did the drawing and she sent them something, and the kid loved to clean birds. And I'm like, I am so sick and tired of cleaning birds. Because not only would she clean our birds, if somebody doesn't want to clean their birds, she was out there asking, hey, are you going to clean your birds? I'll clean your birds. And I'm like, that means we're cleaning birds. You know?
Skipper Bluey. Oh my gosh. We do like touching birds here. Come on.
And I think like one of my favorite pictures I have with my kids are in our kennel, and we literally have all of our quail laid out, and we're cleaning birds, and we're all in our field gear, and we're just happy, and we just love each other, and we work together. And it's, I mean, like, who can say this? Who can say that they get this lifestyle outside of the outdoors?
Yeah, exactly. It's God's country, and, God put the animals on the earth for us to take advantage of this, and it's so special. And I believe that's part of the reason why we got into this, because we talked about it on the last podcast. We were honest, because people end up wasting a lot of that meat. And why would you do that when God's put those creatures on this earth for you to take advantage of as far as giving nutrients back to your family and providing for your family.
We're doing our part in conservation. I don't think that's stress enough to say that the hunter, whether it's the money we spend and the taxes collected or the actual efforts that we have in conservation of managing wildlife.
Absolutely.
And we don't even have to get into the stats. Like, that's the point. The point is that if you eliminate hunters, the world will get turned upside down.
Yeah. It really
I
would.
would love to get you involved with SCI because that is their mission. And I don't think anybody does it any better. The support that, you think about it and you don't think, oh, a bunch of wing shooters are getting involved with SCI, but it's crazy how many bird hunters are there. They literally just teamed up with Blood Origins, Russell Ramsey, saved duck hunting in Australia. Saved it. Like, what? I don't know that many people. I don't even know if I know anybody besides those two groups of guys that actually go to Australia duck hunting.
Yep.
And I want to go to South Africa. I have met an outfitter out there that we just became fast friends. He's been on the podcast. Tim Van Heerden with Kadu. Is it K-Roo wing shooting? He and I put a plan together where we could conquer the entire world record book in 3 seasons. Do you want to go?
Yep.
All upland and waterfowl. I mean, it's hardcore hunting. Like, and the weather has to cooperate and everything has to work. But I think you can do 14-day trips 3 years in a row because you have to hunt like set different regions or whatever. But you hunt here for a few days. You get in the van, I guess, for the group of people. And book it 8 hours to the next place. It's just like, I think it sounds like a blast.
Wow.
I enjoyed having the world record book and being able to check off my species. Like, I started last year when Women Go Hunting with SCI started a competition of, I donated a hat for the person that ended up recording the most species. And I loved it. It just brought so much awareness as to how many birds there are.
Oh yeah. There's a countless number. And then we're getting into all the hybrids and everything now too. It's
the only one that talks about that. I don't ever hear that, but I was sitting there just thinking like, I can't only imagine the things that you see.
That's pretty crazy. There's at least 4 or 5 times a season somebody will bring a bird in and be like, what is this? And I'm like, oh my gosh. I have no idea, but it looks like it's a cross between this and this. And
what's the craziest one you've seen?
Oof, man. I think I have a picture of it, but it had the body of kind of like a female mallard up at the top of the neck. And then it dropped down into a drake mallard, but it didn't have any of the like blue iridescent feathers on the wings, and it didn't have mallard curl. And then its head was completely black except for up by the beak, and it had little white speckles all up by its beak. It was the weirdest bird ever. I couldn't believe it. It was insane.
Yeah,
and
you should post it, tag me on it, and we'll send it out. We'll just see. We'll play Tater's game.
Yeah. But what duck is this?
We'll send it to some of our experts.
Yes.
Russell Rose, I don't know. He's a walking encyclopedia for ducks. One of my favorite people. Like, I always say that. This is my favorite person I met in the outdoors, blah, blah, blah. But Russell Ramsey is one of my favorites just because you just never know what he's going to say next and what facts he's going to spit out, or it's like, where's he going to show up hunting with the char dog, I think it's so cool. Yeah. I think it's so cool.
He comes out with JJ with Wild Braska every single year, and he was in our barn last year. And when JJ called me up, he was all on his way here, and he was like, hey, so I got some ducks to drop off to you. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, and we have somebody else coming up here too, so just so you know. I'm like, okay. And then here he comes, Ramsey Russell, walking into my front door, and I'm like, I just got nervous.
Put him to sign the wall?
I did. And he wanted every single one of his birds plucked down to the wingtip. And if you know me, I love plucking birds. Sarcastic. Haha. No, it's fine. And yeah, he had every single one of his birds plucked, and then he just walked around and talked about everything, and he's like, this is just a really cool operation that you got going on here. You don't see this everywhere. And he gave out all of these praises, and I was just in shock. Like, this guy that travels all around the world is commenting on how well this operation worked. It's really, really humbling, and it gave me such a huge sense of pride. Like, man, what I'm doing and what I'm providing people, like, it's special and it's good quality.
It's over the top quality. I mean, I guess it is hard for you because it's not like you have a whole lot to compare yourself to. You know, I mean, you are kind of a one of a kind. And I love the fact that you're even thinking about going to a commercial world where you're going to sell rubs and help people with the DIY, because unless people come to Torrington, they can't come to you.
Right. Yep, absolutely. And
they can't experience your products.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've discussed it with some people that want to ship their birds to us, as far as, they have breasted out birds at home, and the federal legality of it isn't terrible. I can provide them with all the information that they need. But the cost of shipping frozen birds or frozen anything is just ridiculous, because it needs to be at least 2-day air. And then you have to walk them through finding a shipping container that's insulated and how to pack it. And it gets so expensive. I mean, it's just really hard. And so if they can do it at home and I can help guide them with it, and they have this nice little kit that they can just follow instructions, perfect.
Yeah, I know. I say use me as your guinea pig because I still have frozen birds.
Perfect.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We've talked about doing it. We're gonna do it.
Absolutely. 100%.
I have nothing but time this summer. I mean, I'm back to the clay course. I'm perfecting my wing shooting method so that I can teach what I know. And I love that aspect of it because I've always just done sporting clays. And gonna run my dog. So I might as well learn something from you, because that will make my family very happy.
From field to table.
Yeah, and like I said, I did a bunch of taco meat when we shot all these birds in New York, but then I didn't do all of it. I didn't turn all of it into taco meat from the beginning. So I've got some that I don't know. I probably have more than I should talk about.
All right, change the subject.
Yeah, but it would be so good.
It would. Yeah. Well, I'll use you as my guinea pig, and I'll send you over some sample packets, and you can tell me if it was easy or not.
Literally anybody can. For sure. I'll try to video it. And get my mama involved. My mom has this thing where she was a hunter when she was younger, and she's like outgrown that world. She just likes to go to the lodges, and she likes to drink coffee, and she likes to hear the stories, and that's about it. And she gets kind of funny about birds. I don't know why. I would think it would be just normal to eat wild game birds, right?
Yeah.
Especially how bad she hates geese. Because when they lived on the lake, the geese trashed their yard all the time. And so she despises them. And so when they come to the farm now, she's like, can you not just go shoot them? And I'm like, no, Mom, it is like October or something. Like, no, like it's not even season. I can't just go get rid of them. But they put out a deer feeder. I'm like, what good idea did you think? This is only going to bring more if you're going to feed them.
Yeah, exactly. Geese kind of like corn.
So there's usually like 30 out here, and a field got cut right up the road. So they hit that first thing in the morning, and then they come over here and just hang out by the ponds all afternoon. Mom's like, what are you going to do about all those geese? I was like, I am going to love them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to love them. I love goose hunting. I think it's overrated, and I love a wood duck. I mean, of course, who doesn't like hunting flooded timber? I don't know if you've gotten to do that yet. I don't know if you ever get to leave. I don't know if you ever get to leave alone and you get to go hunt flooded timber. I mean, of course, I love doing that, but at the same time, like, I just think it is so much fun to goose hunt.
It really is. And they're fun little critters to watch, too. Like, I can't get over the way that they walk. I love watching them walk away from me because that little butt just gets to freaking moving. It's the fastest walk you've ever seen.
I know. It's like, they just get overlooked. I think it's when people have had so much privilege in the duck hunting world, it's so easy for them to take it for granted. Now, there's this kid that I had just grown to love on Instagram. Let me see if I can pull up his account. He's super creative, and it's Duckman Brando. Okay, he's like in his late 20s. He's building custom calls, all the things. I'm like, Renaissance man for today's time, to be his age, to be so driven. He's into camera work, all the things. And so I was like, I just want to figure out if I can work with you. Like, I have so much respect for what you're doing. You're doing the hard things, you know, like setting up at trade shows, selling his duck calls and stuff. And I'm like, it's so cool because I love the duck call world. I love working for Jargon. I love our team. Like, I love the aspect of building a call and the creation and the marketing and the culture and the team aspect. And I just love it. I'm terrible at it. We're going to start working on my calling lessons, but Brandon, like, I just think it's just super cool to have these kids get so sold out. So I was asking him, I'm like, it's not really local for the majority of people. Like, how is it that the duck hunting world seems to be just ran by 20-something-year-olds?
It's a great question.
Oh, how did that happen?
And it's weird. It's because it seems like it goes in waves. Like, not only with the younger generation taking over that industry, but just with hunting in general. Because I remember when shooting a snow goose was like the most important thing to do. Or there for a while, shooting, a Canada goose was the most important thing. And now it's this world of duck hunting. And
you're like cool at some private club in Stuttgart or somewhere in Arkansas. Thank you, Chris Stapleton, for the song. Oh, losers over here in Georgia shooting our wood ducks. I don't really know.
What wood ducks, though? Man, they're gorgeous.
And I'm not really in it enough, right? Like, I'm not in it enough to understand. But from the outside perspective coming in, if people so concentrated in it, generational, are like, we think those people are so crazy because they don't know what they don't know. Right? Well, that's the truth. We don't know what we don't know. But at the same time, like, thank God we can love every aspect of it, right? And then the journey, I guess, of growing in it, because, oh my gosh, like, I hated on labs, even though Ducks Unlimited started my entire career. I was a upland hunter and I was a short hair snob, and then I get my first lab and I'm like, I'm only going to have labs for forever. This is so much fun. I've got a dog that literally can do anything. And so it's just so funny. Like, and so when these women come on, I'm like, don't you worry about anything. You just need to learn this phrase. You don't know what you don't know. Just stick to that. You can't help it. You just haven't had the experience yet to understand, like, the vast, big picture.
Yeah, absolutely. And that should be motivation to get you out and trying things that you don't know and go learn something new.
I know, because I love it all. I don't know if I can pick a favorite thing anymore. Like, I love walking the big fields and in the sloughs and the wet cattails looking for pheasants. Like, I love that just as much as putting on my waders and getting up at 4 a.m. and trolling through flooded timber. Like, it all is amazing. And I'll tell you, the key of it is the dog. What dog's going? If it's my dog, I don't care where we're going.
It's so true, though. So many of our clients come out just to watch the dogs work, to be honest with you. They're like, if it's a slow day and you get one goose in the morning until your afternoon hunt, but that dog makes an epic retrieve on it, they're like, that was worth it right there. That was so cool watching that dog.
It just needs to be a dog you love. Like, you could borrow somebody's dog. Like, if you're snuggling with a dog in the lodge on the couch the night before your hunt, And then you get out there and you're like, oh my God, I already love that dog. That dog loves me, right? That dog loves me. It was fighting with me last night. Oh my God, and you're just like cheering for the dog.
Exactly.
Yeah. And men don't really want to talk about it like that, but they had the same exact attitude.
Oh, 100%. If like you have a cripple and they're flying off and that dog's chasing after it and does like a midair jump and grab, they are stoked. And they
What
are
about when the dog remembers where a bird dropped that the dog handler didn't remember, and the dog saved them and makes them look so smart, and they're like, yeah, I knew that bird was there, and we're like, yeah, that dog just remembered where 5 birds dropped, you know?
Yeah.
In order.
I mean, in their mind, they're like, you going that way?
Yeah. Marked all of them. Was like, just say my name. That's a song, right?
Yep. Oh, man. No, it's, dogs are such a big part. Like, I know a lot of people train their dogs for like the field trial stuff and everything. We're going to have to get you out sometime so you can see how we train our dogs. And it's not your typical, like mark back. Like there's a bird back there, back. We train them to be the most efficient that they can in the spread and picking up, the long bombers. So it's, you let the dog out and you say back, and that dog's job is to pick up as many birds as fast as they can and bring them straight to the pit. So the minute that dog runs out, grabs one, brings it back to David, drops it, he knows she needs to turn around, go back, grab another one, and just keep doing that.
Oh my gosh.
And stop.
So it doesn't like heel, sit, release again. The dog just knows, hey, I got to go because there's birds out there, and I got to get all the birds in before the next group flies over.
Yep, and if she's confused, she'll sit down in the spread, and then David can give his hand signals, if it's a 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, he says back, and then that dog knows, turn around, run that line. It's got to be somewhere around here. Like it's really neat. It's pretty different.
Well, you trained your dog for your purpose. Like, you know what you needed out of it, and you knew that that dog had the potential to conquer that. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you have to work to dogs like strong suits too. We have one that's just a absolute bulldog in the spread and will pick up and clean up the birds as fast as she can. But then we have another dog who's a little bit more timid, but does the long retrieves. I mean, she makes 600-700 yard retrieves like it's nothing. It's insane. Like, it's pretty cool to watch.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to have to see if we can get something on the schedule, because we talked about this, about bringing a group of ladies out there and teach them every aspect of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
I mean, you have a lot of female hunters in the waterfowl world, but very few go to the extent that you do. And we can come back with some skills.
Heck yeah, that'd be sweet. I think they'd give you the whole experience, start to finish.
Oh, Natalie, I love all of our time together. This has just been so much fun. If you guys want to learn more about what she has to offer, you can search her up on fowlhabits.com. Not only are they the go-to processing for all your wild game in the Torrington area, but they are also doing guided hunts. So if now you're motivated to go to Wyoming or Nebraska area, you should definitely reach out to them.
Heck yeah, we'll treat you good.
All right, well, we're going to get our calendars together, and if you're interested in a ladies hunt, then let us know, because we're going to put some dates together.
Heck yeah.
All right, Natalie, until next time, which will be us in the kitchen and me following your orders, I look forward to it.
I look forward to it too.